First at 4, the standoff between General Motors and the UAW. The massive strike continues with the company putting new pressure on the union. Also, angry parents face a former teacher accused of assaulting students with autism. Their message and the judge's decision. Hey there, Ben.
Hey, Karen. Sunshine first and then the heat. Mother Nature saving some of the warmest temperatures for our last days of summer. We'll check out the numbers right now. First at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And we start this Tuesday afternoon with breaking news out of Brighton, and that is where police are investigating a bizarre double stabbing. Police responded to reports of a woman stabbing customers at a business near West Grand River and Cross Street. Let's get to Larry Sproul. He's at the scene. Larry, what happened when police got there?
Good afternoon, Karen. Now, police say that woman, this all started around 12:25 p.m. That woman in her 30s, a white female, was inside of this laundromat when she tried to stab 2 customers inside. That's when she also tried to stab another customer. But after all of that, police say that she walked out of the laundromat with a large knife holding by her side, attempting to stab herself. Now, we have pictures of the scene. If you can take a look at those pictures of the scene of the ambulance arriving here. Neighbors, witnesses call this a very chaotic scene. You can see the ambulance here assisting to help people. Once again, police say 2 people were stabbed. Another potential person that she tried to stab as well. Now, I just spoke with a local nearby business. They called 911. Take a listen.
We were just standing at the counter. I was checking a lady out, and we heard someone screaming. I mean, deathly scream. So we both ran up to the door, and we saw a white Ford truck there. The doors open, and a lady was screaming and put it down, and we thought it was a gun. So we just locked the door.
Yeah, and so police say that one victim was treated here at the scene. Another one was treated at a local hospital, and they did arrest the suspect here at the scene. But once again, a woman walked inside of this laundromat, stabbed 2 people, attempted to stab a 3rd person, walked out of the laundromat, and then tried to stab herself. But we did try to talk to the owners here. They did not want to talk to us on camera. They also say they do not have any surveillance video of this happening. But once again, she was arrested without any type of incident. So a crazy, chaotic scene here in Brighton this afternoon. We are live in Brighton. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Very bizarre. All right. Thank you, Larry. Now, this afternoon, we've got some new information on the UAW strike against General Motors. There's no deal yet. The 2 sides are talking, and the company is putting some new pressure on the union. Today, we learned the company has stopped paying for the workers' health benefits, moving them to COBRA. That means the UAW strike fund will start paying for those benefits. So workers are covered, but that is a big expense that GM hopes will motivate the UAW to make a deal. Negotiations restarted this morning. Business editor Rod Maloney monitoring the progress hour by hour, and he'll join us with an update live at 5. A former teacher in Macomb County faced a judge and some angry parents in court today. She had pleaded no contest to charges of assaulting autistic students and was sentenced today. Devin Skillion joins us with some of what the parents had to say. And Devin, it was an emotional day in court.
Sure was, Karen. Those emotional words came from parents of the students who were abused, but also those words came from the judge as well. The former teacher, Brittany Stevens, did not speak because of her plea deal. She was able to avoid jail, but the 29-year-old Stevens was originally charged with child abuse. Those charges were dismissed. She ended up pleading no contest to misdemeanor assault and battery. Stevens was accused of hitting, kicking, swearing at, and berating her students at an autism-impaired program in the Macomb Intermediate School District. There were many other accusations of physical and verbal abuse in this case. Her plea deal provided for only probation. That did not stop parents, though, who spoke out about what happened to their children.
After you were fired, I learned that you slapped her and swore at her and her classmates. You kicked your students, demeaned them with cruel remarks such as "kiss my butt," along with many other horrible altercations.
These children were desperately in need of love, compassion, caring, and attention. You instead saw fit to verbally and physically abuse them. Your conduct is disgusting and reprehensible.
Judge Richard Goretti admitting he was very reluctant to impose the probation that was a part of the plea deal. He made that probation extend for 2 years, also ordered Stevens to a program of anger management. Both of the parents who spoke and the judge expressed their relief, though, that because of the conviction, Stevens will never teach again. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Let's move to the first forecast. It is just getting better and better every day. And Ben, this is definitely a week we need to enjoy.
Yeah, summer's running out of time, but it is looking better, a lot better than it did yesterday with sunshine out here in Mount Clemens. Temperatures very similar to what we saw yesterday, mid-70s pretty much everywhere. And not much of a breeze out here. Big difference, though, a lot of the humidity is gone from what we were looking at yesterday. And here's how the evening shakes out. We're going to see the mid-60s here as we head towards 10 o'clock. And even losing what little cloud cover we still have left out there. Possibility of some patchy fog, but a good possibility of some heat this weekend. We'll look at those weekend numbers in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, Ben, concerns about the dangers of vaping continue to grow as a 7th death has now been linked to a vaping-related illness. The death of a California man is the latest to be connected to this growing crisis. At the same time, the Centers for Disease Control activating emergency operations today to better investigate the outbreak. Researchers are looking at about 380 cases of lung illnesses connected to e-cigarettes. Leading health experts have urged people to stop vaping or take any signs of illness very seriously. Longtime journalist Cokie Roberts bravely fought breast cancer and hoped to cover the 2020 election. Sadly, today, she lost that battle. Roberts covered politics for decades on ABC and NPR. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Roberts was a trailblazer who transformed the role of women in journalism. Roberts was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2002, but she kept working right up to the end. She's survived by her husband of 53 years and 2 children. Cokie Roberts was 75 years old. We've told you about plans to move this 5-story war memorial from its current home at the corner of State Fair and Woodward. It's a chance to give this nearly 80-year-old monument a new lease on life. But there is a huge challenge with moving something that big, and veterans need your help. Paula Tutman is at the memorial. Paula, this is a big job.
Yeah, it is a big job. So let me kind of give you an idea of what the location is. So this is Woodward Avenue northbound here. Just going this way, east-west is State Fair, and right through those crabapple trees is this great old memorial that's being readied, packing its bags to go to a new home. When the State Fairgrounds in Detroit closed for good almost a full decade ago, it left this Veterans Memorial to become a casualty.
That's a flame at the top that's supposed to burn 24/7 in honor of all Michigan veterans, dead and alive, who served the state, the country, and the flag.
For the last few days, a steady trickle of vets have dropped by to say farewell.
This home is very special.
But not goodbye. Largely ignored, decaying, vandalized, and mistreated. The monument has a new home awaiting it. But there's a catch. $400,000 needs to be raised.
Right?
And so for the next several weeks, it's being cleaned up, restored, and in tens of thousands of dollars worth of deconstruction, it will be painstakingly disassembled a foot at a time, cataloged brick by brick, plaque by plaque, crated, and then stored.
Those plaques represent over 700 veterans organizations all across the state of Michigan, from the Upper Peninsula down to Benton Harbor.
Oh, it means a lot. It's a living history of the men and women, especially in the state of Michigan here, who've given their lives for our country.
And so a fundraising campaign has been started by the Department of Michigan American Legion to get this monument to its new home.
And then when we raise $400,000, they're going to break it out of crates, restore it, and relocate it on the riverfront at Milliken State Park.
Which is a fantastic location. This is really a great news story because this really is, I mean, even though it's a relic, it's a very important relic. It is a gem. It's very important to so many people. The better news story is if these guys get help raising that money to get it out of those crates. We're going to put contact information on all of our social media platforms so you can help these veterans raise that money and move this monument. Karen.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek offers a new update on his health. He's facing a new challenge right now. And Dr. George is here with good health.
Hey, Karen, we're going to talk about teenage night owls. There is a health risk that comes with staying up late, and your family may want to talk about this research. I'll have that story after the break.
And later, while Detroit is decked out in purple for the Detroit Youth Choir, we have an update straight from Hollywood just hours before the biggest show of their lives. Stay with us.